Oh, hi there, my lovely construction aficionados. Welcome to Contractors Diary. I'm your host, Eugene, and today we're gonna cover a bunch of stuff. Vámonos. All right, one of the things that I've been trying to fix for the longest is my lovely compactor. I bought this guy, I did a bunch of jobs with it, and then I had an issue with my transfer tank on my pickup truck that got contaminated with water, and it kindly messed up my fuel system on my Bobcat, the truck itself, and my lovely Bomag 2014 compact. I bought it with 800 hours, which is really low for 2014. Oh, I think it might be 2017, either way. The mechanic himself couldn't really show me where the solenoid is, but I am assuming it is somewhere over here. Finally got this part. Took me about 3 weeks to get it, and set me back another 400 bucks. All right, let's open this up. It looks like this. Yeah, so it's definitely hidden somewhere in there. It's right behind this metal plate, so all this will have to be deassembled. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the butt, but hopefully that solves the problem, because I can crank it and it starts, but it starts overheating right away. And I guess today is gonna be the day of fixing up stuff. I got my new guy. He has some mechanical background. He's working on my lovely Mazda that died on me, but that's an easy fix. Is just replacing the alternator. It isn't a tricky spot, but you know, it's an easy fix. And then I have an inspection, a final inspection on one of the houses. So let's teleport to that other property and check it out. All right, guys, so this is one of the houses that I built. That's the front of it. Nice front yard with some greenery. That's, by the way, septic tank. Let's take a quick walk inside, and then I'll show you what needs to be done for the final. So we have a nice living room with an electric fireplace with the accent color, cabinets, island, the full shebang, two-tone cabinets, white and dark blue. Even though it looks like black, that's a dark blue. Pantry. And then you have a little hallway. I like that it's still usable. You can still put shelves here and you're not losing too much space, because hallways is always a waste of space. Yeah, we have first bathroom, which we're fixing up some of the repairs. By the way, this house has already been sold, so. And then we have the closet, laundry with hookups and cabinets. And then you have the lovely attic access with the blown insulation that I will never ever do again. Good size master bedroom. The one thing I would change in this one is I would probably move the windows closer to the edge of the wall, so you have space in the middle to put the bed there and not block the windows with the headboard. And that needs to be changed. Batteries keep chirping. We do have a really nice walk-in master closet, kind of his, hers, and more for her. And a good size master bathroom. Let's go out on, and we have another closet here. 2-car garage, and we have to install this boiler to be able to protect the water heater. And then over here, the last thing that I need to fix is I need to install a freeze block or a fire block, whatever you want to call it. So it's all painted black, so it's hard to see, but each bay has a block, so that way birds, rodents, fire, in case there's fire, won't go into the attic and start burning the attic. So that's the main reason why we install these. So a solid piece of wood like that can last I believe up to 20 minutes, and that apparently gives enough time for firefighters to come in and, you know, put out the fire. And then this is so this house lacks backyard, so we decided to do a side yard, solar panels, which is a must now in California, which kind of sucks because it's not enough to power the whole house, but it does add a lot of cost, I would say unnecessary cost, to the overall price of the house. It's like they're complaining about affordable housing for people, but they keep adding more stuff that makes the house more expensive. That's the view of the side yard, the gate. So that's pretty much it for this little house. I'm gonna go grab a ladder from the duplex. Luckily it's right across the street, and we have gas. Love the gas. No bueno electric. And then you see the duplex is right there. All right guys, it was a short walk to the duplex. Let's check out the progress on the texturing. Okay, all right, I'll turn you around. I would say just one room has been completely finished with taping the seams. So we still have living room, kitchen, bathroom, and then the second bedroom. All right guys, I'm back at the house where I'm doing the final inspection, and guys, we're working on the power pole, taking down the transmitter. I believe it's called transmitter. But super good news. I thought that I'm gonna spend like gazillion years doing these two little freeze blocks. Can you see how small this one is? And then only took me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So now I just need to, I forgot my caulk gun. I have to go back for the caulk gun. Oh, oops, perfect. My bucket is down. So I have to caulk right here, and then right here, right there too, just to prevent any kind of bugs and creatures of the night crawling inside. And then this little guy needs a little bit more caulking, but I'm very surprised that, you know, that didn't take me forever. And then after the caulking is dry, then we're gonna paint, and like nothing ever happened. Okay guys, so we're finally done with changing the fuel shut off solenoid. It was a challenge. You had to take everything apart, and we were missing this little 10mm socket, so I had to go and get it. But I think we're about to be ready to start it. I connected back the fuel line, and I guess fingers crossed, we're gonna jump start the battery because it's been a minute, probably dead, and then hopefully it starts. Okay, I took off the cover for the air filter because it'll probably need a starting fluid, so we'll spray that a little bit, and then yeah guys, so unfortunately that didn't do it. We're gonna try putting back the old pumps, because there's a possibility that there's too much fuel going into the system. So we'll put back the old pumps and then take off the injectors and check out the injectors. That might be another issue, that the injectors are bad. On today's agenda, we have fixing my little Bobcat. So the tire came off and completely. I fixed the hole, but I was moving it back and forth to see if there's any other puncture, and the entire tire came off from the rim. So we had to take off the wheel and bring it. I'm gonna bring it to a tire shop so they can put it back. But to get the tire off, we had to build a whole structure underneath the Bobcat to get it, to be able to do that, to get it up. So right now the tire is sitting in my lovely car right here, so I had to bring it and get it fixed. The other issue that I ran into today is appliances. I ordered appliances on Black Friday, got a smoking deal. I think fridge, dishwasher, stove, and microwave was around 1,200 bucks. So I got both sets for both units, but unfortunately I got a bunch of delays on this build from, you know, just weather, people, materials, etc. And unfortunately I wasn't able to finish the project on the date that I anticipated it being finished, which was I think end of November. Mid-December is what I was anticipating, but we're middle of January and I'm still not done. Finishing touches, but still not done, not be able to accept the delivery. And Home Depot is making it really hard. They called me like, hey, we have you scheduled for today for delivery. And I asked them, hey, can you bring it to my... Ooh, somebody is in need of medical attention. And I asked them, hey, can you just deliver it to a different address? And they gave me a runaround. Well, we can't really do that. You have to submit a ticket 72 hours in advance. Do you want me to come down to the Home Depot and like talk to you in person, or what's going on? So I was able to talk to the delivery guy. So they'll basically have to come here, unload, take a picture, load it back up in the truck and bring it to my yard, and I'll have to pay them whatever, 100 bucks, 150 bucks. That way it's stored in my yard, safe location, because even if I put locks on this puppy, people still break in. You know, it doesn't take much to break a window and get inside. So that's that. I have my guys working on texturing or taping on the unit number 1. The weather is good. That will allow me to do the final grade. Let's take a look. I have the front of the property final graded already up until this point. I got the gravel, so the plan is to smooth this in to the property, because I don't want to have, you know, a big drop like that. Neither I want to go further in, because it's going to generate so much dirt. I have to get rid of this dirt, which will go into the back of the property, and we have to kind of grade this, but I can't be grading it too much because otherwise it's gonna be way lower than the front of the property. So we're gonna have to kind of, you know, make it not slope towards the house. Oh, one other thing, the one issue, I always run into issues with PG&E. So this wall assembly, it has to be very specific. Gas can't have anything in a 3 feet radius, so no water, no electrical can be within the 3 feet. You can't have any vents. So you see the only vent I have there, and the other one is right there. You can't have vents for the gas. Obviously that's for safety precaution, but unbeknown to myself, my electrician got the fire sprinkler wire not in a 3 feet radius. So it should have been a foot to the left, which sucks, because they're like, well, you just have to move this a foot over. And I'm like, dude, I'm already drywalled inside, siding on the outside. How am I supposed to do that? Because I did the calculation that everything, you know, water is going to be here, and it's 3 feet away from the gas. It's actually even more than 3 feet, but they put the riser and then they put meters, because it's, you know, a duplex, so it's going to be 2 meters. So a riser here, and then a meter and a meter, and then I moved the panel, I think 4 feet, to have, you know, an extra foot clearance. And then the telecommunication box, which I have the fiber optic wire running in here. Let's check it out. It's actually pretty cool. You contact the oh, you can't see because it's covered, but I contacted AT&T, and they provided me a fiber optic cable. So I ran fiber optic for both units, and that will be the access point. So whoever rents it, if they want AT&T or actually any fiber optic, they have a connection right here. And then that's a backup generator connection, because it's you know, pretty common to get power outages over here, so it's pretty cool to have a backup generator. It's not natural gas backup generator, because they cost gazillion dollars. So they come in, they're like, oh, everything looks perfect besides that, and I'm like, Jesus, well, can you offer me another solution? And they always hit you with the worst case scenario of ripping the drywall, ripping the siding, moving everything. And I'm like, okay, what's the other solution? And he's like, so you can just cut this, make a 90 down, go underneath this pipe, go under, then go up to here. There's a mark. You go up, then 90, and that's it. And you leave me, you know, a nipple to connect to. And I'm like, okay guys, why didn't you just start with that? Like, you all get me depressed and angry because the inspector came out here once, you know, this was all assembled and they approved it, but now, you know, the other inspector comes out and like, no, this is not the right setup. So that was a lot of issues with PG&E, unfortunately. And I mean, maybe it's me, maybe it's them, I don't know. Anyways, then we have, so all the dirt from the front is gonna go up here. I want to extend this a little bit further so that the, you know, folks who's gonna be renting this place will have a bigger backyard. Can't go too far because the septic is there. So yeah, all this dirt is gonna go here to kind of extend the backyard. And that's actually the back of the property. I don't know if I've ever shown you. One thing that's left in the back is side both of these sides, and then do the finished trim, getting it ready for concrete. So I'll fix the Bobcat. Gotta be careful with these. People throw them however they throw them, and then I have nails sticking out, and then people will step on them. Not good. And then, oh, by the way, so another issue, I don't know what's the deal with my framers, but they always mess up these vents. These are uber expensive. I believe they're like 50 bucks each, and they cannot be damaged. So I think that's like the 5th or the 6th house I'm doing with the framer, and every single time they damage my vents. And then when I tell them about it, they get all pissy because I obviously gonna deduct money from them. But yeah, every single time there's an issue with the vent. So next time I'll just tell them to not put a block here, leave it open, and I'll do the installation myself, because they either puncture them with, when they put nails into the roof sheeting, they puncture it with a nail, or they step on them, they put them crooked and they break the membrane. So it's just a nightmare. I think out of 25 of these vents on this duplex, they've damaged like 10. So that's like, you know, 600 bucks. Well, it's 50 bucks plus tax, so whatever. Still, it's, you know, a lot of money. And it's, why would, you know, and they're not paying attention because they don't care. And then when I deduct the money from them, they get all frustrated. I'm like, dude, that's your problem, not mine. And then for some reason they decided to put OSB on the beams. Even though I told them I'm not gonna wrap the beam, it's gonna be exposed like that. So I have to now go back and rip all that from the beam. Well, luckily they only did it on one side, I think. Yeah, this side is still good. So baby steps, but we are doing it. What else? I kind of need a little bit of dirt here. This has been eaten by the discharge from the gutters, which sucks. But I will connect all the gutters to a drain and then bring it out there. Just gotta be careful with digging the trench with my excavator. But yeah, all that needs to be fixed. So the duplex will have a wraparound concrete walkway. Just helps with shedding water away from the foundation, that's the worst enemy of a foundation, when you get water under. And that will be the perfect solution. It does cost, you know, more than just putting gravel, but then it's a way better solution than just putting gravel. One thing I keep noticing is these cracks. You know, we caulk all the you know, seams and joints, and it's just keep cracking everywhere, and I've used the big stretch, which is supposed to just stretch, but for some reason it's not stretching, it's breaking, and it's, you know, everywhere. And when we were applying the caulk, it was, you know, warm weather, so I don't understand. But maybe some of you with more experience than me can notate in the comments down below of what can be the right solution. Oh, the other thing, I have to order tags for the panel. So panel needs to be numbered, number 1, number 2. I have to have the main placard right here with the address, and then the gas has to be marked as well. And then we're gonna have a bunch of cleanup. So some of that will be used when we're gonna set up the concrete forms, but the rest of it will be just thrown away. The wire is reusable. I wanted to use this for my foundation, but then decided to go with a regular number 4 rebar, which is way better. This guy needs a new battery. It keeps not starting and it's frustrating, so I'm just gonna take a note of what battery it is and then just get it and then be done with it. By the way, unfortunate news, the Mazda didn't start, so I was really happy that, let me find a better, okay, right here. I was really happy that yesterday it started, and you know, because when we changed the alternator, but as soon as we turn it off and turn it back on, it wouldn't start. So it was not the alternator, it was probably the battery, which is extremely frustrating because I spent money on the alternator that didn't need to be fixed, and then I spent money paying my guy to fix it, and I wasted a whole day. So just, I should have started with the easier solution of checking the battery, changing the battery. But I guess lesson learned. I'll just try to sell the old alternator on eBay, recoup some of the money. But yeah, bought the battery today, and then we'll have to buy another battery for the excavator. All right, stay tuned, and we'll get you more content for Contractors Diary. Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have very interesting stuff that we're going to be doing. Warming up a little bobcat. My guy is going to be doing trim. We have to move all this dirt into the back, dig some more dirt, and move it more into the back. So we have completed unit number 1, trim. You see how it turns out. Over there we have a little trim to cover the seams. A little bit too excessive. Kind of dress up the front of the house. I'll be moving dirt. Follow me into my little machine. Picked it up a couple years ago. It was used by a local agency of some sort. Only had 440 hours, which is not a lot for a machine like that, and I just locked myself out. Always happens, but I think I have a spare key in my jacket. If not, we are pretty much screwed. It's not a good start of the day. Yeah, I have a spare. I have 2 sets. Garbage. 1021. I have some garbage in my bucket, so I need to go through here, and then I want to dump it into the little boy. So let's see if we're going to be able to make it. All right, I think we made it. You don't want to overfill it because then it's going to tip pretty bad. So right here I have a little bump. It's kind of tricky to get up. But if you just get up and then lower the bucket, it should be fine. real careful because this dirt has not been compacted. I just threw it down and I didn't have a chance to compact it because it started raining like crazy. So you see I'm leaving grooves, which is not good. But as soon as my compactor is fixed, I'm gonna come and roll the dirt. But this gravel is in my way, so I'm probably just gonna spread it a little bit. Move it out of the way. Hands-free, legs-free. I don't have to squeeze my legs anymore. Music back. More than that. Don't want to tip. Smooth it out a little bit. And then smooth it out. So the wheels are kind of doing the compaction a little bit. So the one flaw with this machine is the Vipers. First of all, they don't work, and second of all, this whole box is just rattling every single time. It's just annoying. But I didn't get a chance to fix it. Anyways, my battery is running low, so I'm gonna cut. You guys already have seen enough of how the Bobcat operates. Yeah, I think this is one of the examples when you put too much dirt in your bucket. Look at such a cool rock that I found. It was at a different property. It was really cool. Alright, let's see if I'm going to be able to get out of here. Oh, it's bringing my ass down. Maybe I can. Woohoo, yeah, baby. And what you want to do in this case is you want to lower the bucket so the weight is in the front. You have to go extremely slowly. And we're going to start dumping the dirt over here to build up this spot. So I'm going to go maximum to the left, turn around. I'm going to start dumping right here. All right, back to the grind. All right, guys, as always, everything was going smooth until somehow I got the tire off the wheel. I'm gonna check if tire repair shop is open today. I think the closest one is Les Schwab, so shout out to Les Schwab if you guys are open on Sundays. But yeah, somehow the tire came off the wheel. We have to get the jack underneath somehow. It won't go, it'll go like this, but then if you're gonna start jacking it up, it just goes into the dirt, and then it's not lifting the machine. So have to put a little piece of board underneath, but that's, you know, too big, so we have to dig out around it so it fits. Okay. Every day you're gonna get a new challenge. Just a little bit more. Ah, come on. Maybe. All right, guys, so that point of contact didn't work out. It's been lifting the front and the back since it has the engine. It's heavier, so it's tilting it back so can access the wheel. So we have to scrape over here and put the jack underneath the back of the Bobcat, and then we can use some blocks to kind of support it so it doesn't go down when it's not on the wheel. Oh, with my luck, I checked the local Les Schwab is closed, so not cool, Les Schwab, not cool. I think I have a big piece of lumber over here. So you have to build something like that in order to fix your car or your Bobcat. So that's what we have, guys. We got the Bobcat up. We have the whole pyramid of Giza over here. So I have to go get the proper tool to take the wheel off. Then come back, take the wheel off, and then bring it to the automotive repair shop. And then back here. And my GoPro is about to die. So perfect timing. Trying to compact it with the weight of the machine a little bit. But it's scaring the living shit out of me because I'm really close to the edge and I can feel the machine sliding a little bit because it's not stable. Plus I have the bucket up for a better visibility. That's also a big counterweight. Backing out of this is the hardest thing because you don't want to be too close to the house, and I also don't want to be too close to the edge because I keep sliding. Okay, guys, a couple of things that I wanted to show you that we were able to accomplish today. So all this used to be bumpy and not leveled. I brought a bunch of dirt here to kind of make it level. We're still missing maybe 2-3 buckets over here, and we still have to use a compactor, to a plate compactor, the little mini compactor, to kind of compact the top level. And then over here we're missing about 2-3 buckets, so I'm gonna start bringing them from over there. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it you know, all the way out there, but hopefully, because this is still not compacted, so the wheel might start sink, and I don't want to sink, because after sinking comes falling. And then I beefed up this corner so it's all nice and beefy, and kind of straighten out this line. We still need my compactor to come and kind of roll over here from the bottom and then from the top, and then compact. Try to level the patio. It's going to be 9 feet from the wall, which ends up around here, and then the fence is going to be 10 feet. So nice backyard for the peoples. All right, well, I'm gonna get going.